Hey traders, Raghee here, and in this discussion, let's dive into the NASDAQ because this is where a lot of questions coming up with the recovery up higher through 14,700, heading up towards 14,800 where it was rejected. And the question that we have to ask is this an oversold bounce, or is this potentially a rip, a move higher that we sell into? Well, the latter is a really easy question to answer, which is not yet, right? And I say not yet for two reasons. One, this is not a confirmed downtrend yet by way of the grab candles and the structure of the 8, 13, 21, and 34. And even if it was, it's not a high enough bounce quite yet. The level that I'm looking to fade would be closer to 14,000, say 950 to 15,000. So we got a little bit higher to go before we'd want to take advantage of a short sell. And that's if that happens. So let's talk about what we have, which is possibly an oversold bounce. This doesn't mean the NASDAQ's going to go higher. So what we want to do, and this is something that I'm going to talk a lot more about on the 6th, which is next Wednesday, 8 p.m. You can register at simplertrading.com/trend. I'm going to give you a little bit of a kind of advanced sneak peek at sort of the things that I'm going to be walking you all through. If I take a look at the NASDAQ, whether that be the futures or whether that be the QQQ, this is choose your own adventure, right? 6 of one, half dozen the other, whichever asset class you prefer. The idea here is, do I have clarity on the Qs? I may not be keen on an oversold buy, although that could be something I'll look for on Monday. But I can ask myself, well, what else is inside the Qs? The communications sector, XLC. All right, is there a stronger bounce here? XLC looked pretty darn good here today. What about XLK? All right, XLK looks a lot like the Qs. That's a pass. And that brings us to XLY. Well, XLY looks the best. Fewest red grab candles, no lower lows. So right away, the question starts with the NASDAQ futures index sector. That brings us to the XLY as a relative outperformer, and then we're going to do the next level deep dive. And that takes us right into all the stocks that are weighted within this XLY. So here's my XLY, the tide, and then the number 1 stock, the number 2 stock, the number 3 stock, etc. Now, this number 2 stock, which happens to be Tesla, definitely should get our attention. And why is that? Look at the structure. No red grab, solid green, 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 JT multi. That's telling me the exponential moving averages are looking good for a high probability continuation. Not to new highs necessarily, but strength. And it's a relative outperformer. Booking would be the next one to look at. Well, let's stick with Tesla because high weight should have good sync with the ETF. So let's jump back on over to that market. So what do we then do? All right, so XLY then becomes a Tesla relative outperforming conversation. This is how we use ETFs to better understand what's going on in the index and to better find stocks that are going to give us high probability setups. So here's the setup. This is what I'm looking at for next week. Now, since September, I've been kind of joking that Elon's given me two birthday presents since my birthday, right? 2 very nice dips in Tesla, right? And I'm looking for a third. And that's going to come by way of the green grab candles sinking into the zone of the wave with the green structure. That's what we're looking for. And so that means that just like prior dips in the wave, I'm looking for this market to once again sink into this area. And if it does, that's going to be 1, 2, third time we see this setup. And so that's a buy the dip. And if you thought buy the dip is dead, it's not. It's alive and well in Tesla. But this is how we find it. And this is the setup. Hope that helps. I'll see you on Monday. Hey traders, Raghee from Simpler Trading. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like and a comment below. And remember, subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll get notified of the next update. And when you're ready to join me for live trading, be sure to head on over to simplertrading.com. I'll see you in the next update.